Hey guys, it's Verna here. Another Tuesday, another Vault video. This is we're within Season 2, Week 13, and we've got our standard 6 healer vaults ready to go. It's kind of reaching a lull in the season where there isn't a whole lot to do. Our Paladin finished gearing last week. I think we were completely bis. Outside of like maybe something really, really minor where I could move my crafting piece around, which right now I don't think I'm going to do, but maybe closer to the end of the season. But we got something done on all 6 of the characters. I don't even know what the Paladin needs at this point, other than maybe the Galliwick Shield. So if we don't get it, we can Dinar it. We have Eye of Kazan. We have a Pick Me Up. We have a Mythic Mugs Moxie Jug. Do we need anything else? No. We have the Mythic Mugsy Weapon. We're running out of stuff. We have Mythic Jaster. Yeah, this character's gear is disgusting. As it should be after, 13 weeks of raiding in Mythic Plus, but... So I don't really know what we care about. Do we even spec Holy for this, or do we just go Prot? We can get a shield either way. I think the shield is the only thing we care about. I guess there's like the odd chance you get a pick-me-up with like Leech. But that's so small that I don't even know if I want to go for that. And we don't need sockets, so... We'll just stay Prot, whatever. Just rip it. Should have a full raid vault. 3 mythic slots. Well, that's not the shield. Okay, we didn't even get trinkets, so it actually doesn't matter. We got a crit verse belt. Pretty bad. Mastery haste boots, which are actually decent. And crit haste bracers with a socket. That's a potential crafted slot, so I don't think we'll be taking those. We actually need all 3 of the transmogs. Do we care about the transmogs? And like I said, we don't need sockets, so I guess it's a conversation of swafting crafted pieces and taking for appearances. Which I think the belt is probably going to be the most visible. The boots are... okay, the boots are fucking hideous brown. Nice. And you can't see the bracers, so it actually doesn't really matter what we take here. It's probably something I shouldn't even agonize over. I think we're just going to take the Mastery Haste boots, and I don't know, maybe we swapped a crafted piece around. It'd be like so minor. I mean, boots are more stats than bracers, so I guess the best thing would be to move my crafted boots to bracers and then just upgrade my mythic boots all the way. That would give me slightly more intellect. Very slightly. And then I would need a socket. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Not a whole lot to get on that character, so why even agonize over it? We don't care. This character's finished. Logging in like once a week to do our raid or sale, and that's it. Rest of the alts, we still have a little bit of work to do. I mean, the priest is over 670, the monk is over 670. The evoker is finally over 660 now that we actually played him a little bit, and then the shaman and druid are like around, what, 665? Pretty middling. These characters we just won't see a lot of play right now. Especially as the season drags on. We care less and less about these because they're not likely to be in contention for main or alt picks next year. So this character we did 110. I guess myth, chest, shoulders, gloves, legs. Pretty much tier that's not helm. We already have a weapon we don't really care about. We have a trinket. I don't think there's another trinket. I guess we could open as, like, Guardian, on the off chance we get a Guardian weapon, which we would take. Hey, it's chest. Nice. Good shit. Okay. Well, that's something we can upgrade. So right now it's a 4-item level boost, hero to myth, but it is going to pay off once we upgrade it. Which we need to farm so many crests on these, like, tertiary characters. After character 2 or 3, it's like, I am not farming 400 crests, but... that's what you need to do if you want to max out. It's pretty crazy. Not to say Turbo Boost hasn't been fun. It has been nice gearing up the characters more, but when you have like 6, it's too much unless you play the game all day, like as your job. And right now I'm not interested in playing it all the time in my free time. I play it enough. So yeah, Monk is 670. Again, we have 110. Gloves, shoulders, probably the biggest things. Or helm, I guess. If we got a good crit haste helm, we would take it. We have 3 max crafted pieces. We have myth boots and cloak ready to go. I guess a crit haste ring we would also take. A tank trinket that we don't want. Okay, that's not the tank trinket you want to see. So we'll be taking tokens. Completely fine. Maybe we should have done a little bit more content on this guy just to get a socket. We are down a socket, but that's a hero piece. Do we care? Like, we can get a socket next week when we hit another dud on the one-shot vault. Shaman we did a little bit more content on. I think we did a heroic clear, like an alt run, plus 110. We will have some options. In terms of trinkets, we do have a mythic or a myth track Signet of the Priory. We don't have Pick Me Up, so maybe we want to go healer this time for a chance at Pick Me Up. I think we're using a Reverb Radio. No, we're using a Blaziken Wax. Blaziken Wax is pretty good. I feel like we should swap to Resto just for the chance at Pick Me Up. It is a pretty significant healing increase. What else could we really use? Shoulders, helm, belt, bracers maybe? Or a better ring if there's a crit verse ring, which I don't think there is. We'll go ahead and open his Resto. If not, we can take a socket. We need 3 sockets. Okay. Myth Hands. I believe we have Myth Hands in our bag already somewhere. We do. Okay, so we don't need these. These are dead. The Hero Galley Tech Limited Edition Shield, which we have a Myth Shield, so I think the Myth Shield is better. The shadow damage is nice, but it doesn't outpace the int. You know, this one only goes to 671, the Myth one goes to 684. 13 item levels on a shield is a big intellect difference. Crit Mastery Belt. Mastery Haste Neck. Well, I think we have a Haste Mastery Neck. This would be the inverse of that. Do we care about that, though? And Crit Mastery Belt, I think we don't really care about. I guess it would be better for Ellie. Where do we take a socket? We have, like, no maxed myth pieces, so, like, socket is also not that appealing. I mean, I think the socket is better, but we're going to take the belt. I mean, this character is, you know, a 3rd or 4th stringer, so min-maxing it for, you know, 100 HPS is not worth it, in my opinion. If this character was going into Myth Raid, I would care a little bit more, but it's not. Like, almost certainly not. Unlike the Priest, we've actually been doing Myth Raid. Hopefully we can get a Mythic Bandit kill this week. I think we're going to be working on Myth One-Armed Bandit and Mythic Sprocketmonger. So those are both big bosses for trinkets. So if we can kill those, it'll open our loot table for the vault, which is really sick. And it's going to let us dinar stuff. We're sitting on, I think, 6 dinar, so that's enough for 2 items. Yeah. And that's almost certainly going to be trinkets. We need a pick-me-up. We need a Mythic House of Cards. We need a Mythic Moxie Jug if we can somehow kill Mugsy. So what do we have? 2 Myth slots from Raid. That's only the first 4 bosses, so not including Sprocket, which sucks. And we have, I think, 3 dungeon slots. I mean, Tier Chest. Tier Chest is the biggest piece. It's kind of it. Do we just open a Shadow? Do we need anything? I don't think we need any healing dungeon trinkets, right? I think we just open a Shadow. And I hate this Brutalizer. I want to see this Brutalizer go away. We were testing it with Shadow Priest last week, and it's very mid. It's supposed to proc Twist of Fate every time you kill the barrel, but it only procs it like half the time. And I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it seems kind of bad and janky, but it is a myth trinket. Anyway, let's hope for a chest. Oh, is that a chest? Oh, is that a chest? Oh, it's a chest! Okay. Ask and you shall receive. We also got the myth trinket from Floodgate. I don't know how good this is. I don't think it's amazing. It's probably not better than a Moxie Jug. We also got a Myth Soul-Letting Ruby. So a bunch of trinket options, but not good ones. Myth Haste Mastery Dagger, which is pretty decent, but our embellishment is there, so I don't think we want to do that. I guess we could craft an embellishment for Shadow, like an offhand, and then have the staff for Holy. That's like really janky, though. Myth Shoulders, which we have. Good stats. Would save us a Catalyst charge, but, I mean, who cares about Catalyst charges in a week fucking 13, 14? I think we have to take the chest. We would be going from Champion to Myth, which is huge, and then we could upgrade it to 684. And that's like our last big piece. Let me just make sure that this trinket isn't somehow insane. For Shadow, it's definitely not. It's a DPS trinket, so I don't think it's good for Holy. Yeah, it does strictly the damage. What is it called? Gigazap Zap Cap. It's pretty middling for single targets, like 11 or 12. And it's awful for AoE. Okay, we're not taking that. We're taking the chest. It's by far our biggest upgrade. We actually have a chance of getting this in raid, I think. So we've been killing sticks every week on the alt, so I don't want to spend it on a myth weapon. I think by the end of the season, I will be min-maxing weapons. Like, I'll have probably a weapon for healing, either dungeons or raid, and then a weapon for shadow with separate embellishment pairs. So, but hey, the chest is pretty nice. Let's just go ahead and catalyze it right now before we forget about it. That was our last bad piece, I think. Yeah, that's pretty huge. We like that. Do we have enough to upgrade it right now? Oh, we do. Okay, let's just go ahead and upgrade it. So after this, all we need to do is upgrade. We need to get another myth trinket, or we can upgrade this to 671. And we need to craft a ring. And I'm probably not going to upgrade my belt, just because the belt is getting replaced by the Delve belt. Next week, I think, is that patch. So we don't care too much about it. We're 676. Getting closer to that 680 mark. This character's going to be maxed in a week, maybe a week or two. So, very cool. Okay, last character. Let's go ahead and get it over with. It's the Evoker. I think we're like 661. We finally got a couple upgrades. I think we crafted a weapon, so we're no longer using a 636 from last season. His gear definitely still needs work. Dev is pretty fun right now. Does a lot of damage. Its AoE is nutty. In fact, it's like really hard to go from playing Devastation to like Shadow Priest. I played some Shadow Priest keys to practice it last week, and just not that good. It's not very good. I'm gonna be honest. Especially if there's more than 5 mobs, it does not do damage. Anyway, so we have one dungeon myth box. What do we really need? I guess chest, legs, gloves. Legs would be the biggest one. Our trinkets are pretty doo-doo. I don't even know what could we get from dungeons that we care about. Let's just take a look at the trinket list real quick. Maybe the Blaziken Wax? Yeah, Blaziken Wax. Bruturializer is also decent. I hate saying that. I hate that fucking trinket. Scarred Core is actually very okay. But again, it's raid trinkets all the way down for pretty much every character. Well, okay, we'll just open it and see what we get. Helm. We have a helm. Haste Master is actually pretty good. What does chest catalyze into? Mastery crit. So if we wanted to optimize healing, it would be slightly better. Well, no, I mean, you're losing about the same amount of haste. It really doesn't matter. Do we even have tokens? We don't. So this is like kind of a dud pick. I mean, I guess we'll just take the tokens and just eventually work towards a socket. It's irrelevant. This is my 6th character. So, not bad. We got some okay vaults for the week. Anyway, it's going to be it from us. We will stream Raid this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Twitch.tv/Veronix. Come check us out. Probably going to be on the Paladin and the Priest. And yeah, hope you guys had good luck in your vaults, and we'll see you next time. Peace.